In this video,
LeBron, who's had a bit of an out career, and that might be it. The left hook.
we look back at some of the most brutal knockouts in boxing history.
Yeah. Oh, this fight's over. Right, and that's it. This fight is over, and this man is hurt right now.
Oh, there's another left and a right hand.
He stayed aggressive, and he continued to allow the punches.
Good right hand, and Bay is down. Larry Holmes with a solid right hand. David Bay doesn't know where he is right now.
Let's get straight to it.
Expect a tough, clean fight. Protect yourself at all times. Any questions from the challenger? Any questions from the champion? Let's get it on.
And that can happen to anybody Jackson fights. Oh, he's got him with a left hook straight away. And then a right. And Negron looking a bit cold here and frozen in the headlights. Good punches early on from Jackson.
Yeah, and I don't even want to talk because you know with Jackson it could end at any time, and when he hits them, they're hit.
And he's already hit Negron, who's had a bit of an out career, and that might be it. The left hook. Jackson thinks he's won it already. He might be right. Ismael Negron, the Puerto Rican fighting out of Grand Rapids in Michigan. It might be all over in the first round. He doesn't know where he is. Surely Mills Lane is not going to let him go on. He does not know what night it is. Good decision from the referee. He could not let him out to face any more of that from Julian Jackson. That would have been a very sadistic decision by the referee. Well, he's done it again. It's amazing, this fellow's knockout record. He's won 41 by knockout out of 43 wins.
Jackson delivered one of his most devastating performances against Negron, making it sound like Jackson was trying to start a small earthquake with his punches.
The Mongoose there was most probably not watching the right, and he did it with the left. You see with the Julian Jackson knockouts, he's trying to get up. They stay hurt, really hurt. Perfect left.
I spoke to a couple of fellows who fought this guy, and they say he punches like a heavyweight.
Negron on the canvas looked like he just learned the hard way that Jackson's punches come with a warning label.
If he was fighting any heavyweight, they'd give him trouble.
McClellan's early fights had him coming out like a caffeinated squirrel in a nut shop.
Right, well, fighters like Tommy Alexander demonstrate the ability to fight on another level. McClellan is already there. Separates the two fighters. McClellan's just filling Mitchell out.
With his jab and right hand, he overwhelmed opponents like a surprise party they didn't want to attend.
Mitchell. Yeah. Oh, this fight's over. Right, and that's it. This fight is over, and this man is hurt right now. Unfortunately, Dr. Tim Ward's going to have to jump into the ring.
I believe the good doctor is back checking out Tommy Alexander. Mitchell is down and out.
He's out cold, Jim. That's unfortunate. Well,
Mitchell is out. One hard right hand by McClellan, and that's it for Smokin' Dan Mitchell.
Well, the short, stocky guy has to always chase down the tall, thin, fast guy.
Hurtado was not regarded as a power puncher coming into the Whitaker. Sue's a power puncher, and there's the first knockdown of the bout.
Kostya Tszeu's straight right hand was legendary. I like the way he used Hurtado's head as a pinball with his left hook there. It seemed like a formality that the fight would be over soon.
Two knockdowns in the first minute, 6 seconds of the bout.
But in a plot twist worthy of a soap opera, Tszeu, in his enthusiasm to finish the job, walked straight into a counter right hand from Hurtado.
Walked right into a punch. Give Hurtado a lot of credit because he was seriously hurt when he went down.
But this is the fight that Tszeu wants. Tszeu wants to trade punches because he's the stronger of the two fighters.
But Hurtado has already caught Tszeu square on the left eye, or the right eye, and Tszeu's right eye is swelling as he goes down for the second time.
Moments later, he landed another right hand that had Tszeu seeing stars, or at least seeing the canvas up close again.
But he knocked Whitaker down twice and has won 6 of his last 8 by knockout.
Here you saw in the opening seconds as Hurtado stood in front of Tszeu, catching a right hand followed by a left and another right. came in to finish Hurtado off and almost got finished in return, Vince Phillips.
Tszyu wisely took a more measured approach, like a chess player who just had a reality check. The body punching of Tszyu was on point in this fight, and that's what made the breakthrough in the 5th round.
There you go. And Hurtado goes down as the result of the left hook to the body.
And it was a very conscious decision on his part to take a rest.
Hey, you okay? All right?
This has been a very punishing 5th round for Hurtado at the hands of Kostya Tszyu. Another knockdown, again on the left hook to the body. And that's it.
A brave fight for Hurtado. An outstanding performance by Kostya Tszyu.
Notice how Tszyu uses the right hand to set up the left hook downstairs.
39 of the last 47 landed punches in the bout.
Tszyu came into the round looking stronger, and those 2 body punches made him a lot stronger. Another one. Down goes
Hurtado.
Just one last thing. Your eye began to puff up in the very first minute of the first round. Were you aware of it and aware of the danger of it?
It's a scratch, and I'm the man. I'm the boxer. I don't care about this kind of thing. Oh, look good right now. And to be world champion without scratch is probably not fair.
Any problem with motivation has gone. Both men intense on this. Both men want this so much. But Alexander's got the power. Left and right going in. And Samuels, if it hadn't been for those ropes, surely would have gone down.
That's the finisher. That's the finisher.
He's caught it off. And Paul Samuels goes out of the ring. Wayne Alexander wins in a dramatic 3rd round and takes the British light middleweight title. Wonderful scenes for the man from Croydon. Paul Samuels is being helped back into the ring. About this for a finish.
See, that was the punch. Beautiful punch. And this is where you have to think defence. This time, thankfully, he did think about defence, but his hands were all over the place. Then he started ducking and diving, trying to slip punches, getting back with shots of his own. I mean, this was how exciting the fight was all the way through. Full credit to Alexander. He didn't do it the easy way. He took some tremendous shots. He looked badly hurt after that punch, but he stuck with it.
Alexander coming through, that right hand was a cracker, wasn't it?
I mean, both guys landed the big bombs, but the trouble was the control and the good defence that Samuel showed in the first couple of rounds just deserted him. He started ducking, diving, trying to slip punches, and just lost his way. But this fellow, he really has natural punching. From that point on, the fight was over. Totally lost the plot. Look at his hands, open target, and the right hook come over. That's the one. That's the one. As soon as that punch landed a little bit high on the head, the fight was all over.
Let's have a nice clean fight. Touch gloves. Good luck to the both of you.
Lopez had a unification fight with Alex Sanchez, which turned out to be extremely entertaining.
As you mentioned, he thinks Jones, De La Hoya, and Trinidad are better than him.
I would say better or as good.
Oh, there he goes. Straight right hand, and down goes Sanchez. Alex Sanchez down for the first time in his career.
Lopez started fast, landing a nice right hand as he turned Sanchez.
His hands always in position, throws a nice right hand, and there he is right back. Right back, keeps his hands up, timing, beautiful shot.
Bobby, the thing is, he keeps his eyes open all of the time. I mean, he's like, he knows where everything is.
Lopez always had quick reflexes and could react rapidly to changes in angles.
Wild swing and a miss with a left hook by Sanchez. He's eating a lot of punches, though, Sanchez.
Sanchez had a winner's mentality and a lot of heart. Despite being hurt, he stayed aggressive.
Look at how he punches. Look at the leverage he gets from the outside. Sanchez has to smother those punches, walk to him, hands up, fire on the inside, and rip him up.
He landed a good right hand, but Lopez had a rock-solid chin.
Caught with a nice left hook right hand. Then another right hand.
Alex Sanchez having his best time now. He says, come on back, come on in. Urging Lopez in.
I've got him winning all 3 rounds.
Oh, look at these. Double up with the left by Ricardo Lopez. Another whipping left hook. Combination to the head, straight through. And Sanchez shakes it off. He shrugs it off, but that usually means he's hurt.
But in the next round, Lopez showed him who was boss. With Sanchez struggling, he resorted to fouling.
But then Lopez coming right back. Oh, he hit him when he was on his way down. He's taking a point away from Sanchez.
1 point now. Keep it clean. 1 point deduction.
Dirty tactics.
1 point. 1 point. 1 point.
And that goes.
Lopez began to dig in, landing powerful shots.
Low blow.
Oh, that wasn't low,
What do you
gentlemen.
think?
You watch it.
A left hook by Ricardo Lopez as he answers back. Ricardo Lopez now going to the uppercut all over the place. A barrage, lefts and rights. And, Sanchez goes down. He tries to pull Lopez down with him. It's not.
The referee didn't call that a knockdown, but I thought it was. Sanchez was seriously hurt at this point.
And now, a pummeling right uppercut to the body at the bell. Sanchez makes it through as he stumbles to his corner.
He wasn't even sure.
What a left hook. There, right there.
You know, he's the beginning of the end here.
Look at his face.
He's holding on right now. He doesn't want to go down again. So he clings to the waist of Ricardo Lopez.
I'll tell you what, right now this is almost academic. I think the kid's in trouble big time. This fight is almost over. Ricardo Lopez is no nonsense. This is not just boxing. This is making a statement.
Left hook off the combination, and down goes Sanchez again for the second time of the fight. He's in tremendous trouble.
That's it.
It's over. They've stopped it.
That's it.
After the second knockdown, really the third.
Lopez's combination punching was a joy to watch. I believe the referee made the right call stopping the fight.
This guy is just a monster.
Heavyweight champion Primo Carnera enjoyed a size advantage over his opponents, but Max Baer wasn't the kind of guy to back down. He came at Carnera like a hurricane in boxing gloves.
Carnera in the first round. Baer rushes in to follow through and again punches the giant to the ropes. Carnera's one thought is to get away from Baer's lethal punches.
Baer battered Carnera around the ring in the first round. It was like watching a tornado try to relocate a mountain.
Under siege, points Baer to a neutral corner. Max steps away but returns to launch an attack with both hands. Carnera is trying to keep his left out to fend off the attack.
Baer continued to pulverize Carnera in round 2. Primo could take a punch, though. It was like he had a built-in bounce-back feature.
Max is all over the giant. He follows left with right, and for the third time, both are down.
In the 10th round, Baer turned into a beast again.
Max uncorks his right-hand bomb, and Duprene's in trouble again. As the referee moves to stop the fight, the crowd protests.
Look at him screaming at Carnera. Max won't even let the referee stop the fight.
Carnera to the canvas again.
Carnera kept getting up. He was knocked down 12 times.
But he refuses to take even a breather. He has heart, but Carnera is up against Max, the giant killer. An overhand right sends Primo down for a 2 count. That's the 12th time Carnera has gone down. Baer follows up his advantage.
Notice he tells the referee that he wants to quit. Carnera gets criticism for quitting from boxing fans, but not from me. Baer gave him one of the most brutal beatings ever. Max Baer was now the heavyweight king. Curtis Ramsay was an experienced veteran, and I think Jackson decided to give him a taste of what patience feels like. But in the 12th round, Jackson decided he'd had enough of this whole pacing thing and exploded into action.
Real good shot. He might have Ramsay in some trouble here. He's nailed it with another right hand. Padilla is watching very closely to move in and stop the fight. If he doesn't answer pretty soon, Padilla will end it. And he has stopped the fight. It'll be scored as a 12th round TKO for Julian Jackson.
Liston's fight against Roy Harris was another explosive showing.
Liston advances menacingly, putting tremendous pressure on his opponent.
After taking a short time to figure out his range, Liston went to work.
Sonny floors Harris with a smashing left hook. Harris is up at the count of 9, but he's in real trouble.
It's rare that fighters can land lead left hooks that opponents don't see coming. A final lead right hand ended the fight in the first round once again.
Devastating right to the head, which floors Harris for the 4th time. While Roy is on the canvas, the referee moves in and called a halt to the fight.
Harris's reaction was probably something like, "Did I just get hit by a meteor?"
Liston is definitely the #1 ranking challenger in the heavyweight division.
Referee wouldn't be needed to tot up the points. And Finnegan very nearly put down there by another savage attack, and he goes, and this is probably the finish. I don't think even Chris Finnegan has got anything left now. He's counted out. Round 14, it had to be. He had nothing left to offer, but what a marvelous, marvelous challenge it was by Finnegan. And what a great champion Bob Foster really is. And Finnegan is still down there because there isn't the strength in him to get him up off the floor.
Junior Jones put on a clinic in body punching when he faced Felix Carrasco, delivering a performance that was as painful to watch as it was impressive.
Beautiful left hook, first to the head, then to the body. You don't see that very often, but Junior's got all the shots. Look at that left hook.
The left hook is there, all the punches are there, and it almost...
His left hooks to the body were absolutely brutal, like he had something personal against Carrasco's ribs.
Carrasco is really hurt there. Oh, down.
Took some shots to the midsection.
To the body was a fabulous punch.
I think that's it. Al Munoz will.
That left hook to the liver was a thing of beauty, unless you were Carrasco, of course. Carrasco felt it so deep that he decided the canvas was a safer place to be than anywhere near Jones's fists.
Junior Jones victorious, and now will head to the bargaining table. He told me with hopefully WBC bantamweight champ Victor Rabanales. Yes. All right. Yeah. That fight has been set up. We understand there's Joey Ferriella. Beginning of the end here, Barry.
Yeah, the left hook to the body was the job. That was a left hook to the head, really hurt Felipe Carrasco, and that left hook to the body. Watch it now. Here we get it. Bang! Right in the solar plexus, right in the pit of the stomach. And that was enough to finish the fight. Fabulous punch. Too one-sided for me. He was way on top from the very start.
Carrasco practically leaped onto the canvas as if it had suddenly become the most comfortable mattress in the world, just to avoid any further punishment.
Another good body shot there.
A beautiful body shot. I mean, exciting as ever was Junior Jones, but that left hook to the body, right in the pit of the stomach, and Carrasco he had enough.
Carrasco took something like 2.5 days to get here from Mexico due to the various closed roads down the area, and he was looking for a way home very quickly when he got the body shot.
Orlin Norris was definitely the favorite going into his title defense against Nate Miller. As the brother of the legendary Terry Norris, Orlin had always carried the weight of high expectations. My father used to say that Orlin was actually the more naturally talented of the two, which is saying a lot considering Terry's skill level.
Where before he was looking to try and hold.
Norris starting to be buffeted about in here, and he's in trouble here, the champion. Holding on. Is Norris about to go here? He's all over the place and he's down. And might he be out as well? The count's at 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. He's not going to beat it. It's over. Orlin Norris is dethroned. And Nate Miller, at the age of 31, becomes a world champion at last.
With Orlin visibly tired, Miller pressed the attack, landing heavy shots that ultimately caused Norris to crumble to the canvas. It was a dramatic moment as Orlin fell in a heap, clearly exhausted and hurt.
Look on then, he's looking to try and hold. Miller just keeps hitting him. Then another good left hook. The legs just collapse.
And Norris is still, well, he's just being dragged to his feet. Quite a bad way. Orlin Norris cannot stand up.
Hey, down! You gotta get to him, Mr. King! You gotta get to him, Mr. King! You gotta get to you, boy! You gotta get to him, Mr. King! You gotta get to him!
That's the knockdown. Now, Orlin Norris has collapsed back onto the canvas on the far side. Now, those are quite disturbing scenes at the London Arena. They've tried to pick him up once, and they couldn't do it. And now, well, they'll keep him there for as long as possible. Now, these are distressing scenes.
It took a long time for him to come around, a sight that was concerning for fans and everyone watching.
Well, we can only hope that it is not too serious.
That's right, it's always very distressing when this happens. And also, we don't know what's going on. I mean, he could be fine there, but there's always that definite worry that all's not well.
However, true to his fighting spirit, Orlin Norris did not let this defeat define him. He worked his way back up and eventually got the chance to avenge the loss in a rematch, and he did.
How awful, really, how strange that this should happen again just as he's about to re-enter the ring.
I really like this knockout because it was done with one of my favorite combinations.
That. Oh, it's another left and a right hand, and that might be that. And it stopped without a count.
The southpaw right hook.
And that was the right decision. Oh, what a finish by Bendel. Left hand, right hand combination. Doyle did not know what had hit him. And in the second round, Stephen Bendel makes about as good a professional debut as he could have dreamt.
Yes, he'd be very happy with that. You could see he had the advantage of speed.
Doyle, an orthodox fighter, was about as prepared for the right hook as a fish is for a bicycle.
The left and then come back with the right hook and face first into the canvas. Doyle, the referee was right just to signal up there, and then he was looking very distressed at that point. Two very good punches.
Yes, I don't think Doyle really would have beaten a count of half a minute, let alone 10 seconds.
He was completely caught off guard, and this combination is particularly effective against orthodox fighters who are often unprepared for the angle and speed of a southpaw's punches. Southpaws often have an advantage because they are accustomed to fighting right-handed opponents, whereas orthodox fighters primarily face other right-handers. This difference in stance and angles can make it challenging for orthodox fighters to defend against left-handed punches, which is exactly what happened here.
The form, and he'd lead some good jabs, some nice combinations. He'd be very happy with that. It's a very good start to his professional career.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 57 seconds of round two, the referee stops the contest. The winner by technical knockout, making his professional debut, Steve Bendel.
Just got onto Steve Bendel. Very good style. He's obviously sold a few tickets here as well. That will endear him to the promoters. And let's hope Dennis Doyle is okay after that. It was a pretty bad knockout for him.
After the initial storm, things have quietened down a little. Good punch, left hook, and that might be the end of the Chavez resistance. He's looking as though he's there for the night. 8, no, it's out, counted out. And Wharton has done it again in a little bit under 2 minutes and 40 seconds. Now here is a young man who's certainly going to go a long way in this game. And here it is again. It's quite explosive. And although in the early stages, Chavez took punches like that, this time it was all different. And when he went down on his back, he looked like a man who'd resigned himself to his fate. And in fact, he didn't beat the count. So KO1 for 22-year-old Henry Wharton of York, who is stamping himself on the professional game in no uncertain manner.
The world's welterweight boxing champion, Sugar Ray Robinson. The world's middleweight boxing champion, Jake LaMotta. The referee, Frank Sakura.
LaMotta tried to rough Robinson up early, but Robinson's slick movement and lightning combinations made LaMotta look like he was stuck in quicksand. Despite giving up natural size and strength, Robinson's hands were so fast, they could have been equipped with jet engines. He landed a brutal uppercut that would have made any other fighter rethink their life choices.
2 minutes to go. That straight right rocked LaMotta. He winces when he's hit now. The Crowd senses the kill. No man can endure this pummeling. How he can survive them, nobody knows. Head shake at the ringside. The fight is going to be stopped on the signal from the chairman of the Illinois Athletic Commission, Joe China, to Frankie Sikora. The fight was stopped in the 13th round.
And the new world middleweight boxing champion, Sugar Ray Robinson.
Now excuse me while I get in the ring.
One thing about it, those two cuts that he suffered in the fight with Greg Page did not affect his performance. He stayed aggressive and he continued to a lot of punches.
Good right hand, and Bay is down. Larry Holmes with a solid right hand. David Bay doesn't know where he is right now.
Larry Holmes' 1-2 combo was like a well-timed alarm clock. Never too early, never too late, and guaranteed to make your head ring. His jab in particular was so sharp, it could slice through the morning fog. Opponents knew it was coming, yet somehow it always found its mark, as if Holmes had a sixth sense for when to pop that left hand out.
Hold on for all he's worth here. Carlos Padilla trying to separate them.
His legs are gone. Larry's going to work that jab and get that right hand in.
It was a stunning right hand. There was another one. Holmes not wasting any punches. Bay just holding on.
Watch the right hand again, Barry.
Well, that could be it. That could be it. And Bay doesn't know where he is. Padilla taking a close look. Still 20 seconds to go in the round. Bay trying to hold on. He's got nothing left. Just hoping to weather the storm. And he's down again. And the count goes on here. David Bay just trying to get through it. He says, yes, I know where I am. I'm not sure he's right. And he did manage to get through the round.
Bay had to use all of his toughness to get through the round. Notice Holmes catches Bay while Bay is coming in. The timing of his 1-2 was so impeccable that it almost felt unfair, like he had an invisible clock in his head, counting down to the exact right moment to throw it.
There again later in the round, another right hand. Bay fighting back gallantly, although hurt and not knowing what state he's in. Pressure's down, but he got up and weathered the storm. David Bay disarmed landmines in the Army, but he's finding it harder to disarm.
Notice Holmes getting into his groove now. When he found his rhythm in the ring like this, it was usually game over for his opponents.
Holmes a very high percentage. There's a right hand. That could be the beginning of the end. Now let's see if Larry Holmes just tries to find one more shot. He's got his man hurt again. There's a combination. Bay looking for a place to fall down here, and Holmes may need one more. Holmes is on top of David Bay. Bay trying to grab on. Larry Holmes won't let him.
Now we see some combination. A lot of punches thrown by Larry.
And this one is over. Carlos Padilla says enough is enough, and Larry Holmes has retained his heavyweight championship.
To the canvas for the first knockout.
47.
In rhythm, Holmes wasn't just fighting, he was conducting a symphony of jabs, crosses, and footwork, all working together in perfect harmony. His jab, already legendary, became even more lethal, snapping out with machine-like regularity. Bay just found themselves caught in a storm of punches.
At that point, Bay had no legs left. He was really almost looking for a place to fall down or at least hold on to Larry Holmes, as he tried to do right there.
Well, the uppercuts were doing a pretty good job, and that looping right hand.
You know, I think there might be those who might criticize Larry Holmes for not really going after him when he had him hurt seriously earlier, as we take a look once more at the end of the end, if you will. And Larry Holmes, just a barrage of punches, getting his man in the corner. Carlos Padilla will come into your picture in just a moment. He's behind Larry Holmes now, taking a good look. You can see him right in the corner of your screen, and he will step in a moment and say, that's it, this one is over. As David Bay, really unable to fight back, just try to defend himself as best he could. Holmes opened him up right there. Still, Padilla looking in very closely, and one more right hand, and Carlos Padilla says, that's it, this one is all over.